Hello everyone, this is the finale of What If Naruto Was Betrayed and Turns Evil, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Konoha years later. Konohagakure, a village known to produce strong ninjas, and is the first ninja village of its kind. Named after the flourishing forest that surround it, the village is a beautiful place filled with green trees and scenic views. The village has flourished as well, since the last war, and has been forever changed as time moved on. The peaceful village was filled with buildings, both old and new, and the new introduction of skyscrapers have appeared around the village. Technology has increased and people are adapting to the new, easier lifestyle they live using it. Even still, the village was a village full of ninja and historic events. The battles Konoha has gone through, the droughts, times of suffering, betrayal, all of it has happened in the village, and it took time for all of the negative aspects to slowly slip away. Years have passed since the Fourth Shinobi War, and peace between the Great Five Nations has lasted ever since. No more wars, no more deaths, no more hatred. It was like the world was finally at peace with itself. Inside Konoha, there is a building that holds two people currently living inside it. Said house was huge. Comparing it to other houses in Konoha was like comparing a pebble to a boulder. Everything about the house screamed expensive, and the house must hold important people for it to be so elegant. It's today, said one of the people inside said house. Today's the day. Please calm down, Kushina-chan. No need to get so loud, said the other person. How can I not? I'm going to see all my child under one roof after so long. Oh, I love family gatherings, said the woman. What the woman, who is now identified as Kushina Uzumaki, is talking about is quite simple. It was her and her husband's, Minato Namika's, anniversary of marriage. 30 years of marriage that is. Damn, that's a long time. Especially with all the bullshit that went through their lives, I'm surprised they're still married. 30 years ago on this day, Minato and Kushina were finally made an official couple and vowed never to leave each other. So far, that vow has been held high. The two have had some struggles together, but they persevered through it all together. Minato, who is now 55 years of age, is an old geezer now. His once blonde, golden hair is now mixed in with her old gray. Wrinkles adorned his face, and his cheeks slumped down a little. His body has gotten smaller due to age, but he is still mobile. He still wears that same blue jumpsuit he wore under his Jonin jacket. He was currently sitting in a wooden chair as Kushina was behind him, her arms wrapped around his neck. Yes, I'll be happy to see them all today. It's been a while since I've seen them, seeing as they're all so busy, said Minato as he scratched underneath his chin. Damn old body. I don't like being old. Sweetie, being old is great. Now, other people get to take care of us, said Kushina. Kushina had gained some years on her as well, but she wasn't as bad as Minato, thanks to her Uzumaki genes. She just had a few wrinkles on her face and a little gray in her blood-red hair, but that was it. She was still active just like her younger days, and always outshone Minato in anything now. Easy for you to say, said Minato as he coughed in his hand. Or, Minato-kun feels old, said Kushina as she sat in his lap. Hold on now, girl. Get off my lap. You're cutting my blood circulation, said Minato, trying to pry Kushina off of him. His legs was already falling asleep under the pressure of Kushina's body. TCH, old man, said Kushina as she slowly got off of Minato. Minato looked up to see one thing that hadn't changed about Kushina. That ass though, Minato thought in his head. Oh, I should start cooking. Minato-kun, you turn on some classical music or something you old people like, she said as she darted into the kitchen. Being old isn't fun, said Minato as he slowly got out his chair. A large crack could be heard coming from Minato's back, and he yelled in pain. Ah, my back, said Minato, sounding just like Unoki. I got to get that check out. Minato was headed towards the CD player, ready to search through some music. While he was doing so, he was thinking about all his children. It'll be good to see them again. It's been a while since I seen them all in one house. I hope it's going to go well. I hope to see my grandchildren as well, but they probably don't want to come, seeing as Kushina almost suffocates them with her hugs every time they come. My only question, thought Minato as he looked outside the window. Are you coming too, Naruto? Final Valley. Ah, the Final Valley. A lot of bullshit has happened here as well. Seeing as this is the place Naruto ran away from Konoha, fought of Menma, Sasuke, and Gaara, and also thrusting a yokai-enhanced palm into Kakashi's stomach, this place is just filled with bad memories for Konoha ninja. This was also the area in which Naruto came back to Earth to destroy Konoha that one time. Ah, memories. From the waterfall came a large, ancient door. Chains were wrapped around said doors, keeping them locked tight. Faces of demons and mythical creatures covered the doors in design, giving them an intimidating look. Suddenly, said chains from the large door fell down, chattering each time it hit the side of the mountain. The doors busted open, no longer having anything to hold them back. Why are we coming here again? Asked a voice that came from the door. I want to stay home at Makai. Uncle Resi and Uncle Zetsu said that he was going to take us on a picnic today. Now, your father has to meet up with some of his acquaintances today, said another voice that sounded like it came from a female. To-san, who are these people we are going to see? Said another voice. A deep, firm voice answered the lighter one. Old friends. The people that were coming from the demonic gate was the royalty of Makai, holding the strongest being alive inside the family. Naruto no Yoko, Kurama no Yoko, and their 2 twin daughters. Yeah, I gave em twins. How y'all like me now? Akane no Yoko, first child to come out of Kurama's womb, had an gorgeous red hair, just like her mother. She had a small frame, seeing as she was only 7 years of age, but was smart and mature just like an adult. She was currently wearing dark red kimono that covered her in a silky smooth material. Akira, the second twin, obtained her father's blonde hair, put was long and was in 2 individual pigtails. She was wearing her own elegant kimono which was orange and black in color. Her small frame was just like her twin sister's, and she was also just as smart as she was. Ooh, said another voice. Do they have swings in Konoha? Ha, Naruto-sama. If they do, can Jinji-san swing on them? Said the excited voice. Naruto took in a deep breath as he looked at his shoulder, more particularly the living creature on his shoulder. Introducing Jinji, the family pet. Jinji was made because Akane and Akira wanted a pet to play with while their parents were taking care of business. Seeing no harm to it, Naruto made Jinji, which was actually a miniature Juubi. It was white with small little arms and legs. In the middle of its face was one Rinja Sharingan eye, something Naruto placed into Jinji just in case something bad happened with his daughters while he wasn't around. The only thing that Naruto hated about Jinji was that he talked way too much. Sure, he was funny and entertained his daughters, but the little creature got on his nerves way too much. All it did was talk and tell corny jokes. He was about to destroy the small Juubi many times, but his children's pleas of denial stopped him. Yes, they have swings at Konoha, said Naruto with a growing tick on his forehead. Really? Yaahhh. That means Akane-sama and Akira-sama can play with me. This trip is going to be the best, said Jinji as he floated around in the air in excitement. Kurama laughed at Naruto's growing anger. You'll deal with him just a little bit longer, alright dear. She said with her melodic voice that calmed Naruto down instantly. I just hope that this walk doesn't take too long, said Naruto as he and his family trudged onto Konoha. Konoha Gate. I spy, with my little eye, something red, said a voice. Something red. I don't see anything red, said another voice. Yeah, you should. See, it's moving this way, said the first voice as the owner of the voice pointed in a certain direction. Sure enough, a red speck could be seen coming closer to the gates. Are you sure that isn't a person walking towards us? Asked the other voice. No, it couldn't be. What? But the voice was cut off when a malevolent feeling of death spread around its body, the same for the owner of the other voice. What's going on? Asked the second voice, sounding very shaky. I don't know, but I remember this feeling, only with one person. Azumi, said one voice. Yeah, Kotetsu, said the newly identified Azumi. That's Naruto no Yoko headed our way. Quote, comma, dot, quote. Quote, comma, dot, quote. Quote, comma, dot, quote. Quote, comma, dot, quote. We're all going to die, shouted the man in despair. Wait a second, the death-like feeling is gone, said Kotetsu. Sweet Jesus. Help me, Lord. I can't die yet. I'm still a virgin. Huh, I thought you said you hit, what's her name? I lied. Oh Lord God. If you help me today, I will be forever faithful. TCH, whatever. They're here now. Naruto-sama. Please don't kill me. Have him instead, shouted Azumi as he pointed to his forever gate guardian brother. Way to do your best, friend, said Kotetsu with a sweat drop. He turned to Naruto and bowed. Please forgive him, Naruto-sama. Your power is still feared throughout this land. As it should be, said the newly arrived Naruto with his family. Who is the weird man, To-san? Asked Akira, pointing towards the shaking Azumi. Just a man that knows who to fear, said Naruto as he looked at Kotetsu. I am here to see them. As expected, Kushina-sama and Minato-sama wondered if you would even remember, said Kotetsu. He didn't. I had to get him out of bed and tell him what today was, said Kurama with a smirk as she looked at her husband. I only wanted to go to Wave, said Naruto. No matter. Have things changed since my last appearance here at this place? Asked Naruto. Yes, a lot of things have changed. I'll let you find out for yourself. Welcome to Konohagakure, said Kotetsu as he moved to the side. Azumi mimicked Kotetsu's actions, wanting to get as far away from the demons in front of them. Shall we? Said Naruto as he let Kurama in front of him. Such a gentleman, she said with a laugh as she grabbed her children's hand and walked into the village. Inside Konoha, the royal family of Kitsunes were walking down the street, taking in the sights of the village. The people of the village easily recognized Naruto and Kurama and bowed their heads towards the two, highly confusing the two older Kitsune. The villagers parted away from each other, creating a pathway for the family. This place really has changed, said Kurama, not used to this sort of treatment from humans other than the ones at Wave. Yeah, the buildings seem to be bigger, said Naruto as he glanced around. Back home is better, said Akane, flipping her long red hair. The castle makes the village look small. Humans don't know true architecture until they come to Makai, said Akira. Kurama glanced around until her eyes landed on the Hokage rock. She smiled as she nudged Naruto's shoulder. Look. Naruto followed Kurama's eyes to the Hokage rock and his eyes widened. The Hotake became Hokage, he said out loud. Who's the Hotake? Asked both twins. Naruto ignored his two daughters as he looked to the face made from rock right next to Kakashi's. He smirked as he looked away. So that fool actually became Hokage. I really didn't believe that he could do it, he said to himself as he walked off away. Kurama-chan, take the two to her house. I know you caught her scent. Understood, said Kurama as she wrapped her children in her tails. Let's go. Jinji-san is going with Naruto-sama, said the mini Juubi figure as it planted itself on Naruto's shoulder, making Naruto groan at having to deal with the little mutated version of the Energizer Bunny. Wait, where's To-san going? Asked Akira. And where are we going? Asked Akane. Seeing pink-haired girl. Uchiha residence. Once Sarada Uchiha, child of Sasuke and Sakura Uchiha, was lazing around on the couch. She was watching a show in the living room while she heard sounds coming from the kitchen, most likely her mother cooking something for lunch. Suddenly, she heard a knock on the door, catching her attention. Sarada-chan, called a voice from the kitchen. Can you get that for me? All right, she said as she got up from the couch, her bare feet hitting the wooden floor beneath her. She slowly made her way to the door and opened it, coming face to face with a beautiful red-haired woman and two girls that looked well below her age. Who are you? Asked Sarada with a little suspension in her voice. This woman's chakra felt strong and evil. She could almost see the chakra coming off this woman's skin, even without her Sharingan active. Kurama just looked at the young Uchiha in the doorway in front of her. She could see the resemblance of the two. Haruno and Uchiha. At least the child hadn't picked up that god-awful pink hair from her mother. I'll ask you again. Who are you? Said Sarada viscously this time, now grabbing to kunai and holding them in a reverse grip. Akane and Akira's eyes gained a dangerous look as they saw the two knives. Just let me in, young Uchiha. I have business with your mother, said Kurama with a smile, now seeing the resemblance in attitude the girl had with her mother. Sorry, but your chakra feels too evil for you to do any good here, said Sarada as she charged forward. Before she could even make contact, she was blasted back by an invisible force that shot her back into the house. Akira had her hand stretched outwards and her blonde hair blown back by the force of her move. In her eyes were filled with hatred as the Rinnegan shone in them. "Don't ever attack our mother," she growled out. "Or worse will be done," said Akane, finishing her sister's sentence. Black and red invaded her eyes, activating her eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. 4 triangles covered her eyes, with the base of the triangles right at the start of her eyes. The 4 points of the triangles overlapped each other, in the middle was where her red pupil was, burned with hate as she looked at Sarada. Crashing was heard and Sakura came from the kitchen with her apron on, but battle-ready within her taijutsu stance. Kurama smiled at the pink-haired women as she entered the house. Sakura's eyes widened once she recognized who was at her doorstep. "Good to see you again, pink-haired girl," said Kurama. "Kurama-san, what are you doing here?" asked Sakura as she loosed her stance. Sarada stood up from her position on the ground and placed her hand against her head. "Just visiting. Seems you've gotten bigger. You have a black-haired version of you over there, I see. Seems you and the Uchiha have gotten busy," she said with her SM Rick, making Sakura blush. "Yes, this is Sarada Uchiha, my 12-year-old daughter. Which reminds me," she said as she turned to her daughter, "why are you all the way over here? It sounds like you got hit into the wall." "I did. I just don't know by what," said Sarada as she stood next to her mother. "It was me," said Akira. "She was about to attack my car-san, something I don't take lightly. She needs to watch who she's accusing of being bad people. That could get her killed," said Akane with a growl at Sarada. "Are these your children?" asked Sakura with glee filled with eyes. "They're so cute," she yelled as she lowered herself down to their level and pulled on their cheeks, much to their embarrassment. "Yes. This is Akira-chan," said Kurama, placing her hand on the blonde-haired girl. "And this is Akane," she said, doing the same with Akane. "They look much like you." She then noticed their whisker marks on their cheeks and instantly thought of one person. "And their father. He's meeting with the Hokage." Hokage building. Naruto entered the large building as noticed the many altercations to the building. Firstly, it seemed to be many more people working here. Many people with papers in their hands, moving quickly from one side to the other, or going up the stairs on either side of the room. Someone turned their head to the entrance of the building and instantly froze up. "Is that Naruto no Yoko?" said the women. Hearing this, everyone froze where they were and turned their heads to the entrance, seeing Naruto and his 10 tails floating behind him lazily. To the surprise of Naruto, everyone got down on the ground and bowed their heads to the Demon King. Naruto was highly confused to this. These people used to hate him. Or is the new generation and those too young to remember of his time on Earth were never told of what he was and did to this village? Naruto's feet left the ground, slowly levitating in the air, shocking a few of the people in the room. Naruto circled around the room, trying to figure out what was going on. Naruto's eyes picked up on something hanging off the wall in a corner of the room. He flew to it to inspect it. "What is this weird contraption?" said Naruto as he tapped at the glass on the object. What Naruto was touching was a security camera that was currently on. "Maybe it's a chew toy," said Jinji, looking at the camera with his one big eye. "Security room. We're all going to die," shouted one of the men inside, watching Naruto's face press up against the TV screen. "Maybe he won't do anything too crazy. He hasn't done anything yet," said another man sitting next to the other one. "What are you talking about? He won't do anything. He's going to kill us." With Naruto. Naruto lost interest in the camera and floated back down to the ground in front of one of the people that worked there. "Stand," commanded Naruto, and the women slowly stood up. "Yes, Naruto-sama," she asked shakily. "Why do you all call me Sama and bow to me?" he asked. "Hokage-sama said we must show respect to you if you were to ever come back to the village," said the women. All right. You all can go back to what you were doing," said Naruto as he walked up the stairs, leaving the room behind him. Following his scenes, he turned corner to corner, passing by shocked people, and the terrible-smelling bathroom that hurt his nose. After a long streak of walk, and large and impressive door was the final room in the building. A man came from the door and slowly closed it behind him. When the man turned around, his eyes widened once he saw Naruto in front of him. "Naruto," said Shikamaru. He slowly bowed to the Demon King, showing his respect. Shikamaru picking up an office job, said Naruto as he laughed to himself as he opened the door in front of him. Walking into the room, he saw a large desk filled with papers. A chair was turned to the glass behind the desk with a voice speaking out. No, I can't do that today, schedule it tomorrow. Aha, alright, thank you, said the voice as he placed another weird contraption to Naruto on the table. Damn people always blowing up my phone. You can't even sense me, you've gotten old, said Naruto, shocking the man of the sudden intrusion. The Hokage jumped up and pulled out two twin swords, ready to slice the intruder's head clean off. Before the Hokage finished his execution, Jinji stopped both of the swords with his stubby arms, saving Naruto from any harm. What's going on? Demanded Hokage, not noticing the face the Jinji's small body blocked. Who are you? You really have gotten rusty, said Naruto as he grabbed Jinji and placed him back on his shoulder. Sasuke's eyes widened when Naruto no Yoko's face was presented to his Sharingan eyes. Naruto, he whispered as he dropped his swords. You know, if anyone else were to do that they would be dead. You're the exception, said Naruto with a smile. Sasuke engulfed Naruto in a hug as the two best friends final meet after so many years. Weird man is hugging Naruto-sama, said Jinji, looking from atop Naruto's head, having to move when the two hugged. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing to see. It's been so long, said Sasuke as he pulled back. I was thinking you would never come back. I was thinking about it too, but I'm glad I did come. It's good to see you, Uchiha, said Naruto. You look well, said Sasuke. He then looked at the weird creature and asked, what is that thing? I'm Jinji-san, Naruto-sama's best soldier, protector of Kurama-sama, Akane-sama, and Akira-sama. I am the best pet in the world, proclaimed Jinju, making Naruto sweat drop. Sasuke turned to Naruto for answers. A creation I made for my daughters if anything goes wrong while I'm not around. Sadly, my children like his so-called funny attitude, something I can't stand, said Naruto. Oh, Naruto-sama, you don't really mean that. I know you love and care for me, said a happy Jinju. And the Rinneya Sharingan, is it real? Asked Sasuke. Yes, I gave him a lot of chakra to fight off even the strongest of enemies, said Naruto. But that isn't the reason I came here. I wish to spend the day with you and Sakura-san before going over to the Namika's household. Today is their anniversary, said Sasuke. But I can't leave, I have work that I must finish. Naruto activated his Rinneya Sharingan and whispered, Almighty push. Sasuke's desk suddenly flew out the window, crashing through the glass and out into the village. Sasuke turned to Naruto to see his plain face. Somebody stole your desk with all your paperwork, said Naruto, making Sasuke sigh. Fuck it. Let's go to a spot that I know of, said Sasuke as he led the way out. Konoha. Sasuke, Naruto, and Jinji walked the streets of Konoha, receiving bows and looks of respect. A pathway was made for the two as they continued their walk to their destination. Why did you become Hokage? Asked Naruto, finally asking the question that has been on his mind. At first I didn't want to be. Menma was close to becoming Hokage, but Kakashi wanted me to become Hokage. It was a split vote between me and him, so he challenged me for the seat of Hokage. I know how that went, said Naruto. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks, but he still believed that he was strong. He now serves as an ambassador between leaf and sand, said Sasuke. What of Mito? Asked Naruto. Sasuke just smirked as he kept walking. You'll see. The two walked in front of a very large restaurant that Sasuke suggested. Many people were walking in and out of it, proving that it was a well-known spot. Naruto growled out as he read the name of the restaurant. Ichiraku Ramen, he growled out inhospitably. I know what you think, but just come inside, said Sasuke. Naruto growled out again as steam came from his nose. This better be worth the walk, he said as the two walked inside. There was a long line that Naruto growled at also. He was not going to wait this long line just for a restaurant he didn't want to be in. Sasuke pulled him further inside, skipping the line, and into the kitchen. What are you doing? Asked Naruto as the two walked through the herd of chiefs that were cooking. You came to visit people. I'm showing you the other person that was a part of Team 7, said Sasuke as they continued their walk. Ugh, This ramen smells delicious, said a voice that Naruto could easily recognize. Dear, could you pass me some of that seasoning that I can't pronounce? I got you, said an older-looking Ayami as she stood next to a man with gravity-defying gray hair. Ayami-san. Kakashi-sense. Called out Sasuke. The two turned their heads and eyes widened when they saw Naruto. Naruto-san, said Kakashi. The Hokage. It's been a while, said Naruto as he shook hands with the man. You've gotten older. You still look the same, just like the last time I saw you, said Kakashi. Naruto looked over Kakashi's shoulder to see Ayami looking down at the ground. You, he said with hate filled in his voice. Naruto, you should let that hatred go, said Sasuke. I do not like this woman. I know you don't, Naruto, but this is my wife, said Kakashi. She told me of what happened between the two of you and she is sincerely sorry about it. I really am, Naruto-san. Please forgive me, said Ayami as she bowed to him. You better accept that apology, mister, said Jinji as he tugged on Naruto's golden locks. Hug her now. I don't wish to, said Naruto. You better do it, cause that's someone who is married to your old sensei. You better hug her, yelled Jinji. Naruto growled out before wrapping a tail around Ayami's body. There, happy, said Naruto as he looked up at Jinju. No, a real hug. The one that I do when I hug my pillows at the castle, shouted Jinji. Regretfully, Naruto pulled the girl close to him and wrapped his arms around her. And do it with a smile. Jinji-san likes to see Naruto-sama hug people with a smile, yelled the creature as he jumped up and down on Naruto's head. Naruto sighed as he put on the realest smile that he could. His fangs could be seen by the bystanders watching the scene and it made them weary. Good. Now order me some ramen. Jinji-san hungry, said the mini Juubi as he rolled around Naruto's golden locks. The great demon king, ordered around by one of his servants. Laughed out Sasuke. This is something I'll never let go. The other reason I made him is for him to keep me in check at times as well, said Naruto with a sigh as he released the happy Ayami. Let's just eat. Hours later, after eating with Sasuke, and meeting back up with Kurama and Sakura, the group of people headed to the destination that the Kitsune family came for. Approaching the gate, Naruto knocked on it, wishing entrance. Not so long after, the gate started to open up, and one Minato Namikaze was waiting on the other side. Naruto, said Minato. My son, he said as he walked up to Naruto and hugged him, making Naruto feel uncomfortable. It's been so long since I've seen you, said Minato as he pulled away. How have you been? Good, said Naruto, looking down upon the now old man. Seems you had better days. Yeah, age has gotten to me, said Minato. He nodded to Sasuke, Sakura, and Sarada, but his eyes gained a small amount of hate when he looked at Kurama. Kyuubi, he said with distaste in his mouth. Namikaze, she said back. Lighting danced between the two, but Minato cut the staring contest as he looked down at the twins. And who might you two be? Asked Minato, using the voice he uses when talking to children. I am Akane no Yoko, and this is my twin sister, Akira no Yoko, said Akane, presenting the two of them. And I'm Jinji, said Jinji, hopping on top of Akira's head, making the little girls giggle. Ah, okay, hello there, said Minato with a wave, not really knowing what the hell he was looking at. Are you a grandfather? Asked Akira. Minato looked up at Naruto, who was looking down at him with a blank stare. Ah, yes, by blood, that is, said Minato regretfully. He knew that Naruto wouldn't like it if he went any further. You're an old man, said Akira, making Minato sweat drop. You look like your back may break any second. I bet he can hardly see, his age getting to his eyes, said Akane. Probably can't even get in the shower by himself either. Gray and blonde hair is a terrible combination. Choose one of them, old man. I hope you didn't fall too many times trying to open up the gate. When you leave the house, do you bring a walker with you? Your chakra is so small. I thought you were some feared ninja. Jinji-san can beat you easily. Why are you so old? The twins said at the same time. Their line of complaints of Minato old age made his sweat drop get larger and larger, and Kurama was laughing all through the two's conversation with the grandfather. Let's just go in, said Minato turning towards the house. Don't go too fast now. said Jinji, getting in on the joke on Minato's age. We all know your ankles hurt from just walking out here. A depressed Minato entered the house, followed by the Uchiha family and the Yokos. When Kushina eyes met Naruto, happiness filled her body. Naruto-chan, she yelled as she jumped on the man. Naruto caught her with one of his tails, but that didn't stop her from rubbing her cheek on his. Oh, it's so good to see you. How have you been? Are you living in a big house? You haven't killed anyone lately, have you? Do you? Kushina, said Kurama, catching her attention. I don't think my husband likes the close proximity between you two, said Kurama. Blushing in embarrassment, Kushina pulled of the heavily uncomfortable Naruto. Kushina's ears registered what Kurama said and her happiness instantly perked back up. Husband? She asked. Kurama smirked as she showed Kushina her ring finger. To see a big-ass ruby. Akane, Akira, and Jinji crowded around Kurama's ruby. Shiny, they all said, Akane and Akira's kitsune blood and love for shiny things activating. Jinji only followed his favorite people and also liked the red rock on Kurama's finger. Oh my gosh, my boy's a married man. She yelled as she jumped on Naruto again. Oh, I'm so happy. She looked down at the kids and pushed off Naruto. And this are the children. Hi, I'm Kushina Uzumaki Namikaze, your grandmother. Grandma, both the twins said at the same time. Yup, she said. She looked at Akane and her eyes sparkled at her red hair. Your hair is beautiful, just like your grandmother's. My hair is not like your plain hair, scoffed Akane. My hair is like my mother's. She is the only person with better hair than me and Akira. Yeah, who are you, trying to compare my sister's amazing hair to your dirty red mop? Said Akira, glaring at Kushina. Why does she remind me of a tomato? Asked Akane. Why you little brats, growled out Kushina. Sorry Kushina, but my children really don't like outsiders, said Kurama. Aoka-san, yelled an approaching voice. Do you know where I left my underwear? Said the newly arrived Menma. Menma, said Naruto, looking at his younger brother. Naruto, said Menma. The two had a small staring contest, just like how Kurama and Minato were having not too long ago. To-san, said a voice behind Menma. Who is that man? This is your uncle, Naruto no Yoko. Boruto eyes widened when he heard this, knowing good and well who this man was. You mean the man that you said bet you done effortlessly in the Chunin exams? Asked Boruto, making Menma sweat drop. That would be the one thing that he would know about Naruto. Yes, Boruto. That's him, said Menma. Boruto, said Naruto as he looked down at his nephew. Why does his name sound so much like mine? Asked Naruto as he glared down at Menma. Hee. Well, you see, I wanted him to be strong when he grew up, and seeing how you're strong. I wanted his name to be like yours, I didn't give him your same name because I knew you wouldn't like it. Said Menma as he scratched the back of his head. You're Naruto no Yoko, said Boruto as he walked up to Naruto. I hope I can get to your level of strength one day. I know I will. Naruto stared down at his nephew, seeing the determination in his eyes. Good luck. It'll take lifetimes doing that, said Naruto as he passed by the boy. Hinata and another young girl came down the stairs. The girl could be seen clutching onto Hinata, seeming to be scared. But Ka-san, I don't want to go down there. That man's chakra is so dark, said the little girl. Don't worry. Nothing will happen, I promise, said Hinata. Naruto stopped once he saw Hinata approaching him with the trembling child. Hello, Naruto-san, she said respectful. Hinata, he said as he nodded to her. Hinata was probably the only person in this house that he didn't have that much of a problem with. Good ahead, said Hinata as she placed Himawari in front of her. Say hello. Hi, Himawari said as she waved a trembling hand at Naruto. Naruto looked down at the young child's lavender, looking like an exact copy of Hinata. Akira, Akane, called Naruto. Yes, they both said as they walked over to their father. Introduce yours to your cousin, said Naruto as he walked away. My name is Akane no Yoko, Princess of Makai, she said. I am Akira no Yoko, Princess of Makai, Akira also said. And I'm Jinji, said the creature as he jumped down on the ground in front of Himawari. The girl giggled at the little creature that tried to entertain her by dancing on the floor. He reminds me of one of my dolls, only that he's alive. said Hamawari. Jinju-san will got out his way to make anyone laugh. That's what I like about him, said Akira. Naruto approached Minato that was sitting on the couch. Is it still here? What are you talking about? Asked Minato. My cage, he said. Minato gained a sad face and sighed. Yeah, it is. I haven't been in there in years. All it's doing now is collecting dust. Naruto nodded and was about to go see for himself, but the door opened up, catching his attention. Hello family, said Mito as she walked in. She had problems doing so because she looked like she was 9 months pregnant. Mito-chan, it's good to see you, said Kushina as she hugged her daughter. How long has it been? 8 months, she said as she rubbed her enlarged belly. I'll be expecting a boy next month. Have you seen Naruto-chan yet? She asked. No. Where? Mito muttered as she walked deeper into the house. Naruto turned the corner to come face to face with his younger sister. Naruto-san, said Mito. She hugged her older brother with all her strength. How are you? I'm all right, said Naruto. The two pulled back and he looked down at Mito's stomach. Who is the father? Someone I don't approve of, yelled Menma as he walked to his siblings. Oh hush. You're just mad he's a kage and you aren't, said Mito as she hit her brother upside the head. Kage? Asked Naruto. He pointed towards Sasuke and said, like him. Yes. He is my true love, said Mito. The door opened and a man entered in with bags in his hands. I brought the fish, said the man. Chojuro-san, said Naruto. He was surprised that shy Chojuro could actually make his sister fall in love with him. Oh, Naruto-sama, it's good to see you, he said as he shook Naruto's hand. It's been a while. Too long for my taste. Chojuro-san mates with Mito-san, said Kurama in surprise. Didn't know you had it in you, big boy. Yeah, well, after conversations with me talking to myself in the mirror telling myself to go ask her, I finally did 2 years ago. After that has been great. The food's ready, shouted Kushina from the kitchen. The table's all set. Everyone sat around the table, ready to eat the meal that Kushina spent so long to prepare. Minato stood up, tapping his spoon against his glass, getting everyone's attention. Hey everyone, Minato here. I just want to thank everyone coming today. Today we have someone that hasn't had the best memories here, but he is respected here as well as around the world. Minato turned his head towards Naruto and raised his glass. Naruto, we thank you for your efforts in the war so long ago. It's because of you that the world can sleep easy at night. Alliances have been made between people and war is no longer an issue in our world today. Our peace is all because of you, and for you to come from a household that didn't treat you right. I just thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Naruto no Yoko. You have an amazing family that I am proud to see. Compared to your childhood, I would have never thought of you being right here with them. Again, I thank you. Finished Minato. All the adults raised the glasses while the children raised their juice and drained the liquids down, all agreeing to the toast. Wait, what do you mean, a household that didn't treat you right, and, compared to your childhood I would have never thought of you being here? What does that mean? Asked Akira. Don't worry about it, said Kurama. Let's just eat. Hearing that, all of the Yoko's eyes glowed red. They all looked at the food and before anyone could fill their plates up stole all the food they could and filled their plates up. Crunch time, said Naruto as his family all devoured their food, not having any table manners. Everyone watched the monsters before them eat pound after pound. It was a sight to see people eat so much food like that, but also disgusting cause they were eating food, like that. They're like animals, whispered Hinata as she ate from her plate. Well, they kinda are animals, said Menma, referring to them being kitsune. After the food was gone, the Yokos were all rubbing their bellies, filled up on the food Kushina made. Ugh, Jinji-san feels like he just ate an elephant, said Jinji, his stomach bloated like Mito's. Are you all going to be alright? Asked Minato. Yeah, just give us a second, said Kurama. Yokai covered the kitsunes and their bodies suddenly slimmed down to their original state. Ah, all better, said the twins. Everyone ready? Asked Naruto as he stood up. Where are you all going? Asked Kushina. Wave. I'll return to Konoha tomorrow. I must go check on my people, said Naruto as he walked down the hallway, his family following. Where are they going? Asked Boruto as everyone else followed Naruto. Naruto stopped at a door. A big, vault-like door that was slightly open. He flicked the light switch on, but none of the lights came on. He pulled it open and entered the darkness of the vault. Why are they going in there, Ka-san? Asked Mito. I guess this is the place he want to see the most, said Kushina. The group of people made it to the bottom of the staircase, now in front of the final door. Naruto, using his nocturnal eyesight, found the light switch and flicked it on, which, surprisingly, came on. This place, said Naruto as he entered the room. Akira and Akane were about to enter with him, but Kurama held them back. Hold on. Give your father some privacy, said Kurama. Naruto advanced in the room, remembering his times here. He ran his hand over the metal protrusion from the wall that was once his bed. He looked under it to see 3 claw marks and one of his Harishin marks. I remember that, said Naruto as he rubbed his hand against the mark. He placed his claws against the marks, seeing his claws had grown over the time. Naruto got up and entered the bathroom that was filled with dust and dirty. The clean sink, toilet, and tub he used to have was now a germ-filled brown color, rust taking over its body. Naruto walked around the room, reliving all the times he had in the small confinement. It really has been a while since then, years ago, Naruto muttered to himself as he walked out the bathroom. He nodded to Kurama and the twins, and they came inside the cell with him. The Namikaze and Uchiha family watched as Naruto intertwined his family in his tales. I shall be back tomorrow, said Naruto as he and his family disappeared in red flash. Minato walked inside the cell and looked underneath the metal slab Naruto once used as his bed. Looking under it, he started to quietly laugh to himself. What is it? Asked Kushina as she walked over to Minato. There is a Harishin mark underneath here. He could have come at any time and killed us in our sleep. Or he could have just destroyed Konoha from the inside just from entering in from this seal, said Minato. He took in a deep breath as he turned around. Naruto is always one step ahead of us, always. Wave. The Yoko family appeared in the mansion that Kurama and Naruto used to live in. Once their feet landed on the ground, Naruto was splashed with a bucket of water. H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H. Laughed out a voice. I've been wanting to do that for years. Jirobo? Asked Naruto, trying his best to hold in his rising fury. Yup, and that's payback from the years you didn't come to visit. Laughed out the now grown man. Got it all on camera too. Fucker didn't even see it coming, snickered Tayuya. Tayuya-san, it's not nice to curse, said Jirobo. I'll curse as much as a dam like to fatus, shouted the redhead. Tayuya-chan, said a deep voice. Naruto looked to the corner to see Jugo standing up. He wrapped his hand around Tayuya, bringing her close. Cursing isn't a nice thing to do. Okay, said a now blushing Tayuya. Kurama's eyes widened when she saw the affection. Jugo and Tayuya. What the hell's going on here? Yelled the Yoko queen. She then looked down to Tayuya's stomach to see a large bulge protruding from her. Pregnant. Kurama yelled once again. Yeah, but we'll get to that later. She yelled as she grabbed Naruto and Kurama's hand. Jugo-kun, get those little kiddos that are with Naruto-sama and Kurama-sama. Come now, said Jugo, reaching his hand down to the children. The twins both looked to Naruto to see him nod his head in confirmation. The two grabbed Jugo's hands, while Jinju just stand on top of Akira's head. The group walked into a room that was completely dark. To the Yokos, it just screamed a surprise party. You do know that I can sense everyone that's hiding in here, said Naruto. Ah, we forgot about that small detail, said Tayuya as she scratched her belly. No matter, everyone, get out here. Suddenly, the lights came all on at once. Surprise, yelled all the older-looking wave ninja. Look what we have here, said Naruto with a smile. All the wave ninja that he brought to this land, still alive and getting older. Why are you all saying surprise? It's no one's birthday, laughed out Kurama. My birthday was 2 weeks ago, shouted Jinji. Everyone stared at the weird thing that was atop of Akira's head, wondering what in the world it was anyway. I guess we can go with that, said an old-looking Zabuza. Happy birthday, weird thingy. Yeah, shouted Jinji in a childish way, making the twins laugh. How did everyone know that we were coming today? Asked Naruto. It was us, shouted Mr. Reset as he walked up to Naruto. Black Zetsu was inside the shadow of Reset's shirt, and he was protruding his head outwards. Uncle Reset, shouted Akira and Akane as they hugged on the giant mole. I should have known it was you too, said Naruto. He was then tackled down to the ground as Fu and Yakumo jumped on him and Kurama. It's been so long. Why didn't you come sooner? Shouted Fu. Yeah, we thought you just left us to die, shouted Yakumo. Please girls, we were very busy in Makai. Just be glad we're here now, said Kurama as she hugged the two. So what else has changed since we left? Said Naruto as he pried himself away from Yakumo and Fu's hug. How about us? Said an older Suigestu as he held onto Isaribi's hand. We're married now. Good to see you too, said Naruto as he hugged the couple. I had a feeling that would happen. Yeah, after a long time of him asking me out, I finally accepted one of the dates, which lead on to many more, said Isaribi as she kissed Suigestu's cheek. Samahade shrieked out to Naruto, saying hello in his own way. Zaku-kun finally had the balls to ask me to marry him, said an older kin, her hair grown out even more. It took me a couple times before I said yes. I didn't know if he was going to stay faithful or not. You know damn well I would have stayed faithful. You're the only girl that I look at. Especially now that you've filled out more, said Zaku, also receiving a slap to the back of the head. Naruto-sama, said a voice behind Naruto. He turned around to see Dosu, in a cage cloak. Dosu-san. Or should I say Yumikage? Said Naruto as he shook the man's hand. Please, just call me Dosu. I didn't think that Zabuza-sama would make me his heir. When he told me, I just took up the role and so far it's gone good. Congrats, said Naruto. What have you added to Wave ever since I was gone? An academy was made 4 years after you left. The civilians' children wished to be ninja and we had the right teachers. The headmaster is Tayuya, you know how that is, said Dosu with a sweat drop. I understand, said Naruto with a smirk. We also have a top-notch tutor and interrogation organization ran by yours truly, shouted the approaching Anko, followed by Kidomaru, Yakumo, and the twin brothers Sakin and Akon. You 5 run the T&I. That's too bad for the prisoners, said Kurama, walking over to the group. Yeah, but those 2 lovebirds can't keep their hands off each other at work. I get sick and tired of hearing moaning in the break room, yelled Anko. Kidomaru just smirked and brought Yakumo close to him. I just love my wife. There's not a problem with expressing that every now and then, said Kidomaru. It's a problem when I see 3 condoms on the floor in the bathroom, shouted Anko. Nasty fuckers. And I thought I used to be bad. Where's the Hyuga girl? Asked Kurama, referring to Hanabi. Oh her. She's back in Konoha with her dumb boyfriend Konohamaru. She's the ambassador between Wave and Konoha, so she still visits every now and then, said Anko. Naruto-sama, shouted Fuka as she ran up to the man and gave him a hug. It's nice to see you again, Fuka-san. It's been a while. I hope you gotten over your love for me, said Naruto. Oh yes, I've moved on. Ao-kun, come greet Naruto-sama now, she yelled. The ex-Miss Nin came over to Naruto and shook his hand. Hello Naruto-sama. It's good to see you, said Ao. He brought Naruto into a manly hug, but Naruto caught onto Ao whispering in his ear. Save me. This girl is crazy, Ao whispered. Okay, enough hugging. Ao-kun, go get me some food, demanded Fuka, making Ao sigh and sulk over to the snack table. Naruto chuckled as he proceeded to talk to people in the party. He finished talking to Karen, who was actually dating Gaara, to his surprise. Conan was still around in Wave, married to a regular civilian man inside the town. She wanted to stop her Kaneki career and settle down in peace for the rest of her life. Naruto smiled as he walked up to Zabuza, who was sitting down on one of the couches. Tsunami was right beside him, and when Naruto approached her, she jumped up as quickly as possible and hugged him. Sochi-san, she muttered in his chest as she cried tears of happiness. It's been so long. I've missed you. Ka-san, said Naruto. He closed his eyes, feeling his mother's warmth. It's been a long time ever since he talked to his adopted mother. How are you? He asked. I'm good. Zabuza-san has taken good care of me throughout these years. I really do appreciate him, said Tsunami as she pulled away from him. She then noticed Kurama and the twins walked up to them and her eyes lit up. Kurama-san, said Tsunami as she hugged the red-haired demoness. You look well. So do you. It seems age isn't catching up with your happiness, said Kurama. Tsunami looked down at the twins and her eyes gained tears. And these are the children, she said. She hugged the two twins, who were still trying to figure out who Tsunami was. That's your grandmother, said Naruto to the twins. I thought that old ugly tomato head woman back in Konoha is our grandmother, asked Akira. No, Naruto denied. That's your grandmother. Introduce yourselves. My name is Akane no Yoko, and this is my younger twin sister Akira no Yoko, said Akane, introducing herself and her sister. I like your hair. It's so soft, said Akira. Thank you. You two are being raised right by respecting the elderly, giggled Tsunami. Where is Inari? Asked Naruto. Oh, he is on a business trip to Iwa. He started his own construction company that is spreading out far and wide. Wave Inc. is the name. I'm proud of him, said Tsunami with a smile. And Haku too. I haven't seen her around, said Kurama. She's currently in Kumo. That lazy bastard Darui stole her heart, and now they are married. She'll be visiting soon since I told her that you were coming, said Zabuza with a huff, not liking the fact that Darui of all people was the person his daughter married. And old man Tazuna? Asked Naruto. Tusan died a few years back. Died in his sleep with a smile on his face, said Tsunami as a tear went down her eye. I'm sorry, said Kurama as she placed a hand on Tsunami's shoulder. No, I'm fine. I'm just glad he passed away happy. Let's just enjoy the party. It is made in honor of you two, said Tsunami, Kurama and Naruto agreeing. The party continued on as Naruto and Kurama heard stories about the years that has passed and the relationships made. Akira and Akane made friends with some of the Wave Ninja's children, fitting in nicely with them. Jinji was the star of the party, dancing in the chip bowl while eating his way through them. Laughs were shared, and on some occasions, slaps on the back of the head were thrown, thanks to Zaku's smart mouth. Naruto stepped outside, wanting to take a quick break from everything. He stared at the full moon, something he hasn't done in a long time. He still wondered if Kaguya was still up there. You've done good, said Mr. Reset, walking up next to Naruto. Black Zetsu was right along with Reset, resting in his sleeve. Yeah, I did, said Naruto, looking back inside the party room. You got a good thing going here. I didn't think it was that good before my first time coming here. I've got to say, I'm impressed, said Mr. Reset. Mr. Reset, what about you? Why haven't you found a female yet? Asked Naruto. Oh that. I don't need no female. I got bitches. Ain't that right Zetsu? Said Reset. Zetsu came from the sleeve and looked up to Naruto. Oh yes. Reset get tar, bitches all day. Every day. Finished Mr. Reset. Both Zetsu and Reset laughed out loud, making Naruto look at them curiously. You two are fools, said Naruto as he shook his head. I swear though, Naruto, you've been missing out. Me and Zetsu took a trip to some place named Demon Hawaii. I don't know where it is, we just went. It's apparently the opposite to some other place in some other world or something. Anyway, that place was filled with bitches. Tons of them. All of them, was looking at me like, girl, look at that fine ass man right there. And remember Sasha, said Black Zetsu. Oh yeah, I remember that girl. She was the girl in my magazine I used to jerk to anyway. I met up with her and I did the thing. I wah. Naruto walked off, not wanting to know the rest of the story. He had a feeling he knew who it was going to end. He looked up at the moon, its glow attracting him. He always felt his best under the moon. My grandchild, said a voice. Naruto looked up to see Kaguya's almost transparent body in front of the moon. Good job, she said as she disappeared. Naruto smirked and head back inside. Yeah, I know, I did it. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.